Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about a new makeup palette that I am so excited about. It is a new palette from the company Bad Habit. If you remember from a previous video, I actually have a couple of their palettes already. The first is the Royals palette. That is a dupe of the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. And the other is the Athena palette, which is a dupe of the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. They're not too far off. They're kind of in the same color family. So what is really exciting about this new one is that it's a completely different color family and one that I'm pretty new to in terms of eyeshadows. This package came a couple days ago. I already opened this up for a preview, but I didn't actually get to open the palettes up themselves. So the filler product that I bought just to meet the minimum is the Aphrodite palette, and this is a dupe of the Rose Gold palette by Huda Beauty. It is based off of the original Rose Gold palette, not the remixed palette. I might try that out later on, but for now we're just gonna focus on what we're really here for. This is the new Luna palette based off of the Norvina palette by Anastasia. The title of this is of course Luna. It's very moon based. All of the shade names have to do with celestial bodies and things surrounding the moon. As you can see, the scheme of this is more on the pinky purple cool tone side than all the other palettes I just showed you. I was very intrigued by the Norvina palette. The problem is that cool tone things don't always work well for me, so I think it's $42 price tag of the Norvina palette is not something I wanted to commit to without knowing that the colors would work on me. And this is $16 compared to the $42 of the Anastasia palette. I do not own the actual Norvina palette to compare it with, so I can't comment on how it compares, but I can see how it works and whether it's worth the $16. I came up with the idea that I would use this plastic cover to write over it the names of the original color that they were corresponding to, and to jazz it up I'm gonna use a gold Sharpie to make it look a little nicer. I just did that off camera and I think we got some good results here. The theory is that writing these down like this will make it easier to follow tutorials. So I'm gonna pull up a tutorial. There was another tutorial I was gonna follow by an Instagrammer, but in the middle she was doing a cut crease and I'm just not that advanced yet in my techniques. I did find another one by another YouTuber called MakeupbyAmarie. Another cool thing about this tutorial is I do have some of the exact brushes that are being used, and these are Morphe brushes. Mine are a little dirty. I will show you that they don't have pigment on them, so don't come at me for that. I'm gonna start off by priming the lids. This tutorial uses the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This might be my first time ever trying concealer as a primer. She started with the shade Waxing in the outer third of the lid. Went in with Dark Side on the corner. Went back and blended in more waxing. Wetted a brush and put Apolloon on the inner to middle of the eyelid. Blended in Dark Side with Apolloon. Then she did the inner corner with Meridian and the bottom line with Supermoon and brought that up into the corner as well. Ended with Crescent on the brow bone. I'm gonna try the other side now. Ooh, the sun is coming in. Also, look at this. This is Dusty City over here. So the final step, of course, is to add some mascara, eyeliner, and false lashes if you have them. I don't have those right now, so I'm just gonna do the first two. My first time trying a wing in about 3 months. As far as the rest of the palette, as you saw, the pigmentation went on really quickly and really effectively. Did run into kind of an issue. The powderiness does tend to spill some of the colors onto others. If you can appreciate what's going on with this right now. Do I think this is worth $16? The fact that this palette here, the Royals palette, I believe only sells for $10. The $16 price is starting to creep up into the point where these probably aren't worth it. If you're looking for something to use to create looks from the Norvina palette by Anastasia, then I think this probably is a pretty good dupe. But I think in terms of just general value, seeing it for what it is, like a standalone palette, I think you're probably better off getting something like this, or I've heard the Retro Love palette that Bad Habit makes, which is based on subculture, is also really good. People seem to really like that. I really like the Basalt and Waning shades. I think they'll probably look the best on me. And I really like the Supermoon color or Soul in the original Norvina palette. It seems like this is the shade that this whole palette is based around. Having Soul as a standalone shade would be awesome, but in terms of having the whole Norvina palette, I don't know if that's necessary for me. And I think that palettes like these help with those decisions. So that is all my thoughts on this new Luna palette by Bad Habit. Thank you to MakeupbyAmarie. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Her tutorial is actually a comparison between the Norvina and the Luna palettes. So it's a great resource if you're wanting to check out how they compare. Anyway, thanks to her for her video. And yeah, I'm excited to go play with this more. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this video and if you've tried out this palette yourself or the Norvina palette. But until next time, I will see you guys then.